This is an extremely important video. I think it's one that needs to be done. I think it's one that I've been certainly asked for a lot to do on the current market and what is actually going on with the watch market. Let's dig a bit deeper. So I think we should dig a bit deeper on the actual prices. So what we've seen over the last, let's say, 2 years is people like yourselves buying a watch from an independent dealer like me, holding the watch for a period of time, let's say 3 months, 6 months, and seeing a very nice return on that. Now that is unprecedented times. I have discussed this in other videos where, normally the industry used to be, you would buy a watch and you would hold it for 6 to 12 months to get your money back or earn a small profit. So this video needs to be done because I need to explain to you guys that what we're seeing now with the current market is not how the market has been over the last 2 years. And you guys that are new to the market, this is how the market used to be. So we used to buy and sell watches under RRP and then over RRP. There's nothing wrong in that. Now what we've seen over the last 2 years is an absolutely double, triple list, some watches even more. So what we're getting back now to is the prices, which is a good thing for dealers, and also in the long term, you might not think it, but will be a good thing for you guys because the prices will be a level playing field. And what I mean by that is they will have leveled out. There'll be a price where they've hit their bottom and they will go up slowly. When you bought a watch from a dealer like me, you would have to hold the watch. We used to advise our clients for a minimum of 12 months. 12 months is where you could guarantee that you'll get your money back or a small profit. That is where the industry is now. So when people asking me what's the best investment watch, what's the best watch to buy, I don't actually have a crystal ball. I don't have anything where I can truly honestly say in the current market, due to what's going on in the world, what is the best watch to buy for investment. I do know the best models with regards what will give you the best chance, but with the current market the way it is, you're going to have to hold. If you're buying from an independent dealer, you're not going to be able to flip it in 3 to 6 months and get a profit. That's just the way it is. You're going to have to hold for a minimum of 1 to 2 years to see a decent return on your watch. So if you're being an investor client, a collector client, you've got to play the long game. It's none of this buying it and flipping it anymore, and that has wheedled out a lot of, let's say, the new dealers that have come to the market or the new people who've come to the market just purely out of money terms, not to say greed, but out of purely, for chasing the money. They've come into the game for the wrong reasons. And what you need to understand is the people who've been in this business for a long time and the collectors, they've been buying these watches and holding them for a long period of time, and then you will see the returns. So it's only fair that you understand what the market is doing at this present time. Yes, we have seen a double correction, a double dip. This is something that has happened, and it's something that you guys who follow the watch industry will see. The prices are all over on Chrono, on eBay, wherever you look online, the prices are everywhere. And it's very hard for you to gauge what's going on behind the scenes. It's only fair that I give you a review on exactly what is happening. For example, these two watches in front of me here, the John May here to your left, this watch reached £120,000. This can now be bought for in the 70s, pre-owned one in the 60s. This Platinum Daytona here, that reached £175,000 in March. That can now be bought for sub 100, which is absolutely crazy because the list price on that is about 68. List price on that is about 32. So we're now getting back to the old days, which is what every dealer and every private person honestly will tell you. Yeah, dealers have took losses on watches. Yeah, you're going to take losses on watches. That's just the way life is. We don't have a crystal ball. We can only advise you on what to buy and the time to buy that watch. We can't advise you what it's going to be like in 6 months' time, but what we are seeing is the trends are, it's going back to the old days. If you're going to buy a watch now, be prepared to hold it for 12 months or you will possibly lose money on that watch. And if you're buying for investment, buy the ones like these particular watches, buy them, the Pepsis, the Pandas, the ones, that are sort of like some of the hyped watches, but make sure you're buying at the right time. Make sure you're buying at the bottom of the market and play the long game because you ain't going to get a return in 3 to 6 months. It just is not going to happen. So it's not all doom and gloom. There is a positive side to this video. So I don't know if you guys are aware, I'm sure some of you will be, Rolex are actually doing their own pre-owned certified Rolex watches. So what I mean by that is they have started Bucherer. I'm sure some of you guys have seen on social media. They have now started certified their own pre-owned watches. There's a few stipulations of that. So the first one is they have to be over 3 years old and they will sell you a pre-owned watch with their own warranty. That means it will be serviced. It will have a 2-year warranty from Rolex and it will come with a little white tag instead of the green one with a pre-owned Rolex certificate. That all sounds well and good, so you're thinking, yeah, that's great. So if I'm looking at an independent dealer, if I'm looking at the Rolex certified website, why would I choose an independent dealer? So the one good thing for us as independent dealers is, if you guys go onto Bushrate, you will see the price difference. So the price difference, let's say for a Batman, so a Batman that we would sell for, let's say, £14,000, that's going to be £18,000 on Bushrate's website. So what they're saying to you is, to have it serviced, although do you actually need it servicing? So let's say the watch is 5 years old, for example. So the watch is 5 years old from Rolex. They do not need servicing every year. So why are you paying the extra premium, let's say £4,000 or £5,000 for a watch that there's nothing going to go wrong? It's not like it's, going to fall apart next day, the following week or whenever. You're buying for extra premium because Rolex want to get into the pre-owned market. And I'm honestly surprised it's took them so many years to get involved in our market. Now, it's a good thing for buyers if the market prices. So what that says to me is, we've been selling too cheap for too long. So if Rolex are going to take over the pre-owned market, I'll take a portion of the pre-owned market, and they're going to start selling the watches to you guys and advertising them for, let's say, another 10, 20, 30% more than what we're offering, and just for the sake of having it serviced with a warranty when it doesn't actually need it, what's the benefit of you paying that extra money when you can come to a trusted dealer and buy at a cheaper price where you don't have to worry that there's still nothing going to go wrong with your watch? So at the end of the day, you need to really think about what Rolex are actually doing, and is their system flawed? And honestly, if you watch any of the guys on YouTube or speak to any dealer, it's 1,000,000% flawed. So this is the other point I'm trying to mention to you. So, if Rolex are benchmarking a price, so they're going to literally benchmark a pre-owned price for that model of that price on the market, what will that do to the prices that us independent dealers are selling at? Is it going to make them go down, or is it going to make them go up? Obviously, it's going to make them go up. So this will help increase the price of pre-owned watches on the independent market. So it can only be a good thing in the long run for you, the buyers out there, to choose where you want to buy. And it's only whether you want to justify spending that extra 10, 20, 30% on a model that you can already buy from a trusted source that will come with warranty anyway from Rolex, if that is actually worth it. So it's only a good thing for the industry. And some people out there have been saying, what is going to happen to the prices? Are they going to go up and are they go down? And I can only see the prices of pre-owned watches going up because they are charging such a lot of money. So if you go into your local Rolex AD, let's for example, you go into your local Rolex AD and you want to get yourself, a new watch, they'll buy your pre-owned watch off you at a low price and they will sell it at more than what you're actually paying for a new one. So yeah, you're getting a good deal. What's the answer? No. The final point of this video is, I do want to talk about the amount of watches coming to the market that we've seen, certainly in the last month, November and December. So we have seen, and obviously we do have quite a lot of flippers, being offered a lot more watches than what they have been previously, and also some of the bigger watches. And what I mean by bigger, sort of the 30 to 40k watches, the precious metals, the solid golds, the oyster flexes. A lot of these models have been getting offered a lot more, and even some of them are turning their models down. They're not actually taking these models, they're actually turning them down, and they're being more picky because the market is becoming more saturated, not with the hyped watches, but with some of the more harder to sell watches or the higher price watches. They are getting more, the ADs are getting more, and they're pushing them out. And the reason is because the price on the open market is much nearer to the RRP than what it was before. And I've got people ringing me up saying, should I collect this watch? Should I get this? Am I going to get burned? Is it going to drop in price? And that's because they've seen the prices come down so near to RRP that the flippers out there, they're actually saying, no, I don't want that watch. I'll wait for something else. I'll get something else instead. There's not enough meat on the bone for me. Not that they don't get enough anyway, but it's not worth their interest to go pick this watch up anymore. There's enough money for me to go down the road for half an hour to make £2,000 anymore. They're not interested. They want to make 10 grand. They want to make 15 grand. So it has corrected, and it is a good thing. We'll get back to, when I first started in this business, I used to buy solid gold precious metals models 25% under list price, and that's only 8 years ago. So we are coming back to the old days. It is a good thing, and like I said, just be careful when you're spending your money out there that you are choosing somebody who is selling the right watch at the right price. And just be aware, there are quite a lot of models coming to the market, and the market is getting slightly saturated. So my advice to you guys is just be careful with your money. Don't panic. Don't rush to sell anything off cheap. Do not worry about the market. Once this period of time, whether it be 3, 6, 12 months, a year, 2 years, however long that is, once we get back to a level playing field where the prices are properly stabilized and there's genuinely no more corrections and the market has fully bottomed out, then we'll all be in good times, and then there'll be confidence with you, the buyers, to be able to buy at the right price. Us dealers will be able to stock watches and know that we're not going to actually lose money the following week because it's worth less than what we paid for it a week before. So yeah, it is going to be tough times for some of you guys. Some of you guys are going to lose a bit of money, so you've got to bear that in mind. But just bear with the market, stay with it. Another, a few months, few years, we will see the market bottomed and we'll all be in a better place.